Hey everyone, just thought I'd pop on here for a bit. Just, you know, not feeling the best today. So, um, got a bit of a cold. 5 weekends went through festival, and hey, process, how you doing? Managed not to get sick until after weekend 5, and I got a bit of a cold, sore throat. It's a bit dry here in the house. Uh, Took COVID at home COVID test and they came out negative, so I'm good there. Um, but this is what happens when you work every single day through 5 weekends and you take care of yourself, but you end up getting little sleep because face it, your body, my body can't do this any much longer. So I think I got a few years of me being a pub master that I'll step back down to ale tender and cut my hours back a bit, you know. But it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have me some hot tea before I go to bed tonight, just to clear the sinus and the throat, and jump in and go take a shower tonight. Hey Randy, hey Jamin, how you guys doing tonight? All three of yous. Um, but I wanted to also come on and say I applaud people who do the right things. You know, we had a incident over the weekend out at the festival. Hiya, Froggy. Yeah, I'm got a little minor cold going, Jamin. It happens when you working every single day for 5 weeks, and get a little sleep deprived. You end up catching a little bit of a bug, you know. But we had a incident this last over the weekend where two, well, two adults, one of them knew one of the people there in our soda booth, decided to reach in and grab one of our workers in an inappropriate place. This worker was 17 in our soda booth, which we have kids run it, to help. That money that they raise there goes to them. They're the junior JCs, and so we watch them and protect them. We know what's going on. They have an idea what's happening. So and one of the adults there stepped in and stopped it. So that's person did the right thing, and now they're getting threatened and attacked by these people who she stopped, and now she's taking legal course against them to get it to stop. You know, um, it just shows you go do the right thing, and people are going to try to intimidate you and stuff just to get their way. I hate people like that. Um, I told her it says she needs help or she feels unsafe to let me know. I'll come sit at her house and be a lookout and case somebody that she doesn't know shows up and tries to come up to her place. You know, um, I don't take that shit lightly. I really don't. She did nothing wrong. She was protecting people. Well, these people will find out what a protector actually means and who they are. Because, yeah, I've stood up to people before who were in the wrong and tried to push their weight. And, no hands were thrown, but, stood my ground and didn't budge and they backed down. So, that's exactly right. Nothing to lose and no one, right. Um, but definitely nothing to lose. I'm going to protect who's ever in the right, you know, um, who did the right thing. Even if you're in the wrong and because you made a mistake, I'll still protect you to a point, you know. But these last 5 weekends have been a lot of people have been doing right and getting picked on and criticized and stuff for that. One of them is our chairperson, and he has to make tough decisions every single weekend for the good of the project and good of the chapter. So, and he's not the favorite person by any means. Um, no chairperson's a favorite when they run that project. I was the least favorite person for 2 years in a row. You know, but I was lucky. Last year, people had my back um, and really watched out for me because I went through a lot of needless crap, so to speak, last year. So, um, doing the right thing definitely does. It has its rewards, but also has its drawbacks. But they're worth it. Um, what I don't get is why people have to retaliate for someone who did the right thing, for someone who did step up and go, "Hey, that's not right." Exactly. Don't touch the children. He was 17. He's 17, and he's a sweetheart. When I see him, I got to get hugs from him every single time. He gives the best hugs, and he's got a good sense of humor. He's got a good heart. You know, um, nothing else matters. You know, all that matters is he's there and he helps. You know, brighten the day to people. It's all that matters. Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished. Definitely. I can give Fred a quarter for every time I heard that. I wonder. I'm not sure if it's a pedophile, but I'm definitely lens popped out, frames broke. Um, I'm more wondering drunk and probably did. They definitely realized it was a minor, but probably drunk and didn't realize it. But still, no excuse. Um, definitely always have to keep your hands to yourself. Um, and when you work this festival or any festival, there's always going to be someone that's not going to keep their hands to themselves, whether it's a patron or a worker. They just won't. And you got to deal with it. But with us, our festival, kids don't get touched, period. The workers don't touch kids, it's the patrons. And we're almost the only group that has kids working for us. And they're not long shifts, they're a few hours. I mean, well within the labor laws, but they work a few hours, they get some tips, and they pour pop. That's all they do, and they work a few hours, get tips, and they go run around with their parents or their friends and see the rest of the festival and just have fun. You know, it's a great thing for them. They get some work experience. They get to know how the project works, stuff like that. And then when they get old enough, eventually they'll run the project. You know, right? But there's some people that just don't think when they're drinking. But then again, I don't know if that was the case. I wasn't on that side of the festival. I was on the other side by the Queen, in front of the Queen's Gate in my pub. Yeah, I was on break when that happened. I do believe, but I was clear across the other site. So, um, if I would have known when I got known that was the call when it came over the radio, I would have went over there and I would have helped out. But some people just don't think. You're like me, process. When I'm drinking, I don't touch minors. I have no thought in touching a minor. You know, um, I don't even touch my wife. I'm a happy drunk. Um, I'm one of them. I try to spread the joy when I'm drunk, and people want to like, let's kick his ass. you know. Um, you lost video, Randy. Oh, I'm still on.
Howdy.
How you doing, process?
I'm great, man. Good topic. I always like to swing in and say hi. Um, I got some heavy words again. I know I
How you
come on a
doing?
lot. Can you hear me?
I am not hearing anyone.
Oh my God. Can you hear me now? Am I there? Nothing, huh?
I am not hearing anyone.
Anyone
Oh wow.
else? Anyone? Hello. Somebody in the comments, let me know if you can hear me.
People can hear process, but I can't. I don't
Oh
know why.
no. Oh no.
You can hear both.
I can hear you.
Um,
Oh man.
oh, there we go.
Oh, you got me now?
Yeah, I had to turn my other volume up.
Technical difficulties.
Right, right. That
All right. Well, hey man, I swing in. It's a great topic. That's awesome that you worked hard and got a lot done. And yeah, rest, wrap up, get a toddy, and sweat that stuff out. Mainly get some rest. Let your mind take it easy. Um, I just wanted to pop in for a minute. I love to pop in here, but usually I'm kind of heavy. I'm a heavy
right.
person. So if you drop a heavy topic and I hear it, I got to jump on here and jump into it. Um, I just wanted to comment on the thing that you said about this incident that happened. It's horrible. I know things happen. People get loose and start, they don't think. But I know from personal experience that that kind of stuff don't fly. I'm
Right.
I'm really tired of people doing dumb behaviors and using stupid excuses. Um, if you're going to grab someone, I don't care who it is anymore, that's an assault. Even just touching them on the shoulder in a way they don't want to be touched is considered an assault. I know in my state, you can
Yep.
literally shoot someone for doing that. In California, you will catch a major charge, even for touching someone in any way, shape, or form. If
Yep.
someone doesn't want to be touched and they're touched, especially in the process of their job, that's an assault. So
Right.
the legal ramifications of this friend of yours that's going to go and have to deal with it, that's easy. That's an open and shut case. As far as what these other people are doing to antagonize or intimidate that person, that's stupid, and I'm sure that'll be a quick case. Um, First and foremost, I'm tired of people using dumb excuses to justify their actions. We're all adults.
Same here,
Um,
man.
take some personal accountability. It wasn't the alcohol, it was your own personal actions. Um, yeah, yeah. You just don't touch kids, and you don't touch women, and you don't touch kids. Kids
Right.
in particular. I don't care if it's 17, 18, or 99. You don't touch someone when they don't want you to.
Exactly. And I don't know what the parents are of this boy is going to do, if they're going to press charges or not. Um, they got a detective on it, and our friend who knows these people don't have any information on them other than maybe a name, and she's filing harassment and a restraining order.
And the other people are saying it's all make believe and that didn't happen the way it did.
Um, I'm not sure what threats were being coming across, but it was enough that she had to file.
Yeah, that's not cool either. What a mess.
Right?
Um, what a mess. Uh, I think it's kind of, good thing nobody, like you said, nobody started throwing down there at the event. Um, but when you take that stuff home and then start making threats and stuff, just present the evidence, and if they want to continue to go forward, I don't. I there's a lot that people don't know about me. Um, but I have family that rides in a group that protects children, and I've had to see what they do to people like this, and there's a lot of people out there that work against the kind of stuff,
Yep.
and making the victim feel unsafe is one of their main roles in this organization, especially going through court processes or going to and from their daily life. So I don't know if this
Right.
continues, you might be able to contact somebody from one of those organizations and
But
get some help.
we've got the festival's security that knows about it, so they'll hang around the soda booth more often.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping this boy will come back and the next 2 weekends, because it'll be our, we run for 7, so this one will be weekend 6. I hope he comes back because he's one of the greatest kids out there. He just loves it. And he knows if he's got problems, he can duck in the back and there's people right there, because we got the beer booth next to it and people will step right in.
Oh, I'm sure if I was there, I probably would have put my body between the incident. But that's just it's just what you deal with. I've worked security on a lot of events. I've done door security at bars and rock concert security. I know how it gets, and there's always a couple of assholes.
Yep.
If you want to jerk, just add a little liquid courage, and there you go.
Right.
Um, but other than that, it sounds like you just had a great time, and
Oh, God.
Busy, busy.
I mean, we've blown damn near 80 kegs already.
Holy moly. Holy
Yeah,
moly. And being on that side of things, it's like one after the next after the next.
yeah. When comes Saturday, we figure last year's total, I think we had 10 kegs blown on Saturday. We plan on blowing at least 12 to 13.
$6 a beer.
$8 for an import, $7 for a domestic.
Good Lord.
It's still the cheapest in the state.
Holy cow. I'm going to have to go over to the soda booth. Don't tell me those are $8 a pop.
Actually, I don't know. I don't drink pop out there.
Probably dehydrate, but yeah, you get you some rest and wrap up real tight and sweat that out. Being around all those people and being tired and out in the weather and stuff, even hot or cold. It probably.
Right.
How late do you guys stay open?
We open at 9 and we close at 7. And I'm there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm done at maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Now, do all the people that run booths, do they stay in the tents in there?
If they got a campsite, yeah.
Awesome. That would be somewhere to party after hours.
And there's some that do stay in their booth, independent shop owners and stuff like that. Some of them do sleep on the top part of their booth. And I tell you, some of the stories from the parties that I used to go to, now I'm just sitting there like, well, I don't party no more, but we go to after hour pouring, and just the stories and the things we talk about. I've got some footage of behind the scenes during the day of our overflow parking, that we call it the overflow, behind our pub. And I got some good conversation going on. I also made a comment that when I pull out my phone for the camera to record, everybody shuts up.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. The quickest way to end the party is pull out a camera. Well, that's
Right.
good. That's awesome, man. That sounds like you've been having a lot of fun. I hope you got a lot of cool footage. I'd like to see more of it. I know you did those 2 episodes that were pretty lengthy about it. That was cool to see.
Yep, we've got a GoPro that we took some film off of, and I hope everybody's favorite line is on that thumb drive of cold boobs are better than cold hands and cold feet. Everybody loves that line.
I'll concur, Doctor.
Right?
Yeah. So I had a quick question.
What's that?
About the JCs. Now that's an older time organization.
Yes, it is.
If I'm not mistaken, they were around in the 50s, and they have poodle skirts and back patches, don't they? Don't they have weren't they kind of like the Letterman jacket style club that had like a coat and a jacket and an emblem and a patch?
Yep.
But they were like what is that? Like a community organization, or what is it?
Yeah, it's community, statewide, national, and international. It stands for Junior Chamber International. And I'm in the Shakopee chapter, so I'm in the local, and we've got people from our chapter in the state level. Then our state president just went on holds a national title. So, but we do a lot of good things. Everything we raise from these beer booths and that soda booth, 100% of it goes right back into community.
Yeah, I've heard some things about that organization. I remember seeing some footage. If I'm not mistaken, it was either from the 50s or 60s of the JCs.
Yeah, 50.
And they were kind of like rockabilly kind of motorheads mixed with like the jocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. It's just another one of those American culture things that not a lot of people know about. But from what I remember, they did have patches, they did have cars, and they did all kinds of good community work.
Oh, they all kinds of community work. We help battered women. We've helped with the historical societies in many levels, pioneer all the way up. I mean, you name it, we do it. We do Rock the Garden out here in Minneapolis. We do Summer Jam out here at Canterbury Park, which is a horse track. And I mean, all the money we bring in goes right back into community to help do whatever we need.
Yeah. I would love to see an episode where maybe you do some sort of interview or history and see if you can get somebody to tell some old stories, because it's just a part of American culture that needs to be remembered and kept alive.
Yeah, and I'm working on that. I was going to do that this spring, but then it got sidetracked because the president of the time decided he was going to just set it aside. So I was like, screw it. So I started up my channel.
Right on.
And so I'm working on it. I'll probably interview the chair of the project probably after it's done, because we just ain't got time during the run.
Oh yeah, you guys are swamped.
This is a project that brings in thousands of dollars. We're talking like in the hundreds. And like I said, once all our bills are paid to the festival and to the distributors and stuff, all our insurance bills are paid. The money that's left over funds us for the next year. And it's just the money. I mean, we've done charities. The chair gets to pick a charity every year. And the last 2 years, I did the Legacy Scholarship Fund for the American Legion Riders, which helps kids go to school that have fallen veterans since 9/11.
Okay.
And now this year's chair, his charity is, oh geez, I can't remember, but it has to do with the mental health.
Okay.
Here in the state.
The National Alliance for Mental Illness of Minnesota.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The National Alliance of Mental Health for Minnesota.
Yes. Mental illness.
Oh, mental illness of Minnesota. That's cool. I was just gonna say, we're about November is Men's Mental Health Month, Movember, and I usually donate some money if I can to Men's Mental Health in November to a charity called Movember. But that's good causes. When I was a touring musician, we used to donate a lot of our time to the American Legion post in Portland, Oregon, to help donate funds to rebuild posts or to do landmine removal or to go to mental health for soldiers or veterans. And so I like to do stuff like that when I could. I did.
Yeah, and I ride for the Legacy Scholarship Fund for the American Legion Riders and the Veteran Assistance Fund here from Minnesota. I ride for that, and hopefully there's a 22 a day ride next year up here. I do a lot of stuff for the veterans up here.
Good stuff. And all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off, boss. I'm going to let somebody else jump in. I'm just kind of swung in to talk about I don't like child abusers.
Neither do I.
I don't like it in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's a joke. And I don't think there's an excuse for it, even if you're on substance, drugs, or alcohol. I think it's a personal choice. And if that monster's inside you, you're going to do that regardless of the substance you're on.
Yeah, it just magnifies it and brings it out.
Yep. But I'm going to hop off and let some other people hop in and let you get back to the show. I just wanted to support and show up.
All right, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. And everybody, take care of each other. Mental health is a big deal. We can take care of each other. We have enough time and money in the world to do it.
We do. Thank you a lot, brother.
See you, boss.
All right. I want to say hi to Frostbite and Lolly. Thank you for coming on to for coming into the show tonight. I really appreciate it. You know, as you heard process, yeah, JCI. They've been around since the 50s, maybe the 40s, but we're part of what I wanted to do with is get some of those people from the JCs on here and interview them and give them the light they deserve. Um, talking about doing the right thing, uh, JCI, Junior Commerce and International, do a lot of good. They do a lot of the right thing. And, their hearts are in the right place. And, they don't, what they do is they don't make followers, they make leaders. But there's people that don't step up to run a project or this or that, and that's fine. There's just people that just want to be a part of the organization and maybe the board, and I just work projects and not run them, but that's fine. You know, um, I'm a leader. I joined the JCI after 40, and that's all right. But like I said, I'm a leader. I ran this project twice, and I did a lot of good. Raised a lot of money for the Legacy Scholarship Fund. One year I raised just over 2,000, and last year I raised almost 2,500 for this Legacy Scholarship Fund. And now for this project, for this charity, I'm eager to see, because we're raffling off genuine wooden mugs from tree trunks turned into a wooden mug. And we're raffling those off, and not raffling, donations. Yep, donations for the mug. And it'll be a good time, definitely. We got our recovery the weekend after, which is like October 8th. So, but yeah, doing the right thing. And, you know, it's not hard to do. Step in for a child that's getting abused or mistreated or inappropriately touched. Just a few things. Person's getting harassed for doing the right thing. Doesn't take much to step in and say, hey, enough's enough. You know, oh, Lolly's your old lady. Oh, okay, Froggy. Thank you for telling me that. That's good to know. Hi, Mrs. Froggy. I'll remember that. Lolly is your wife. All right. You know, nice to meet you, definitely. You know, um, but me and the wife, we're doing the right thing by fostering dogs that need a home instead of them going into a shelter or the humane society. We work with No Dogs Left Behind, and they get dogs and bring them in and ask us fosters to take them in until they can find their forever home. You know, so that's another thing that we're doing. That's doing the right thing. You know, spreading good cheer in our communities. You know, and you know Because it doesn't take much. Just, you know, trying to think of other things. You know, one year, I believe it was 2019, same festival, and we had one of my workers decided to inappropriately touch a person from entertainment, and they knew each other, but no permission was given. Just reached out and grabbed, and I was notified right away. Because there was question about the JCs harbor abusers and sexual abusers and stuff, and we're like, oh no, we don't, we don't, no, we don't put up with that. And if we get people like that in our organization, they tend to leave because we don't put up with it. And well, this happened. I was notified right away, and so I went to the booth, the beer booth that it happened at, and I talked to the person and got the whole thing, and went back to my office and called the person up who wasn't supposed to have a radio that day anyway. She wasn't supposed to be working. And she admitted, yep, I did this. Yep. And I looked at her and said, well, I need your pass. And she goes, why? I said, I looked at her and said, you knew you weren't supposed to touch. You knew you're supposed to keep your hands to yourself. And you knew there was zero tolerance for any of it. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pull your pass. And we escorted her off grounds. And she is no longer a JC. So that was doing the right thing, acting really quick, you know. And we've had other instances where, let's see, sexual assault is the one thing that you could easily step in and do the right thing. But we've had people go down with heat out there at the festival, grab some ice and start rubbing it on their wrists. You don't want to throw them in a cooler, get them cooled down really quick. You just want to slightly cool, and get them to come back around and get them the first aid. Um, Speak up for a neighbor that's getting wrong. There's a right thing. Um, a cashier in a store that's getting verbally abused by a customer, say something, because it doesn't have to be that way. Not at all. Just said defrost. Oh, that was an auto. Okay. Process. I'm going to be with you right there on that. You touch a child, and I'm going to be right there. I won't mess around. You know. Yeah, and we're a leadership training organization, and actually, the junior chamber is what it started at and it has grown to JCI, um, because it went from local to international that fast. So um, I'm definitely going to get some people on here from the JCs to talk to them and have them tell you some stories and show you what, you know, as things go, show you what good we do in the community and the training of the future leaders that we do. You know, like I said, our state president right now, she'll be stepping down officially at the end of December, but the new president elect is doing stuff, getting ready for the transition. Well, our current state president is on the national board. Don't remember her position, but yeah, she moved up to national, and she lives 15-20 minutes from me. You know, great gal, loves the color pink, you know, and just all around good old person. She deserves it. She's busted her butt in this organization to get where she's at. And she's getting close to the age of 40. But that's all right. Look what she's already accomplished, you know. So, but I just wanted to jump on and just, you know, because I got my cold going on, and just say, you know what? Do the right thing. You see something bad happening or something that's wrong, or you get the red flags in your head, you know, step in, say something, you know, stop the shit from happening and going forward, because one person's innocent or they might both be guilty, but do the right thing, step in and say, hey, enough's enough, you know, and just stop the shit, you know. I mean, come on. I'm going to do the right thing tomorrow, whether cold or not. I'm going to ride my bike. Yeah, I'm going to ride the motorcycle tomorrow because it ain't raining and I ain't got too many days left. So, but do the right thing. You know, it's not hard. It's very easy to do. You know, no matter if you're drinking or not, you can always do the right thing. If you're drunk and you're doing the right thing, that's probably a good thing because you're really limber and loose. And when you get hit, it's just going to roll right off because you're just going to turn with it, you know. But with that, I'm going to say goodnight. You know, step in, help people out, people in need, you know, be that person and be that decent human that everyone that people need, you know. And I wish I could spend more time on this and give more examples of what, you know, the good deeds and doing the right thing and more examples of people doing the right thing. But this cold and this throat is really starting to really kick my ass. So, um, time to hit the shower and get the bed and get some rest up for the weekend because I'm really gonna need it, you know. But I got some good things coming out of this weekend too that I'm going to share with you guys later. So, and thank you very much, Process, for telling, you know, letting people know, hey, hit the thumbs up because I really appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Um, Comes from the heart. I really appreciate you all. I love you all, you know. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. Y'all have a good night. Y'all take care. Be safe. Keep the rubber side down, shiny side up, and be a decent human and do the right thing. Thank y'all.